Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this does not work without you guys. So let's reopen for business here and let's wake up the football guys. Wake up there, guys. Wake up. All right. So this era, this season without Dak Prescott is now starting. We're in full effect. Team will be back on the practice field. We've seen from the players send their heartfelt wishes to Dak Prescott, and they're saying, of course, the four. We're dedicating the season to the four. We'll see if this is going to become inspiration for everybody to suck it up and play that much harder for their leader, for their quarterback, and so on. Now, of course, the last time we saw anything from Dak Prescott was, of course, on the field and being carted off after. It still blows me away, but then again, it doesn't. You know, when you're in the heat of battle, you've got the adrenaline running. Your mind is focused on football or the game or the task in front of you, and you don't realize what's happening. All you know is I just got tackled. I got to get back in the huddle. He looks down at his leg. It's like, oh shit, let me pop this sucker in. You might remember when Byron Jones had a play and literally is like his leg jumped out of socket and he's laying on the field and boom, he pops that sucker right back in, pops up and keeps on going. And in your mind, when you're injured, you don't believe that you're injured. The reality hasn't set in. Dak Prescott literally was like, he stomped his foot on the ground after he did this, thinking I could pop that sucker back in place. So we saw that. We saw him getting carted off. We saw a picture of him at the hospital with his brother with surgery, and we had not seen anything from Dak Prescott since then. Well, the surgery was Sunday night. Today is Thursday night. It's a few days later, and Dak is on his way to the doctors. And he ended up basically giving a shout out to all of us. Let's listen to my quarterback.
I'm in great spirits. Headed to see the doctor. Headed to see my leg for the first time post surgery. So just ready to start this road to comeback. I know this little adversity is just going to be another chapter in the book. I'm excited to move forward and write it. Just once again, can't thank you all enough for your love and your support through it all. But I'm in great spirits. I'm gonna stay that way. I'm in great spirits.
All right, so that's the clip. That is the clip. He's on his way to the doctor. I'm sure the dressings are going to be taken off and stuff. And being changed. The doctor's going to examine it and so forth. Where you're going to look at it, and it'll be a shock. I'm sure for him because you've got the stitches that'll be there. It'll be, I'm sure that they ended up having to put in pins and who knows what they had to do to get this thing right. But, it will be a shock. I remember for me, when I was burned, I had third-degree burns on my lower leg. And, after the surgery for the skin grafting, it's bandaged up. You don't see it. And that first time when they took it apart, it was a state of shock to see how my leg looked. Now, it won't be like burns per se. It'll be a scar, and it'll be different because, he's got that baby face still where his body has not been through that kind of stuff or the hideous scar. But for me, the burns, the scars on my knee from knee operations and things are kind of like a badge of honor and a reminder of how precious everything is. You don't go through something like this without it being life altering. Dak Prescott's whole focus in life is playing on the football field. It always has been. And when you're unable to do that, there is the depression about I want to be out there with my friends. They're going to war without me. When you get back, you have a greater appreciation for your own mortality. And I dare say that when he does come back, you're going to see a person who is going to be even more convicted into being successful, of trying to get that ring. Because now, I understand what it's like without football. I think we saw that a bit with Zeke, having a different situation, but having those games taken away from him, having to be out there on the sidelines as his team went to battle. You can kind of see how he's evolved and realize this isn't forever, and has matured. So we'll see where all that goes with Dak Prescott. It's nice to see him, up and about and going to the doctor and things. But I can guarantee one thing. I can guarantee you that Dak Prescott right now already is chomping at the bit to be getting rehab going. And you'll see a changed man. All right, y'all. It's going to be a busy day. I can see that already. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'll see you soon.